salary that they themselves are comfortable with.
Right. And I just want to chime in and add that you are being paid for making a placement. Mm-hmm. What you do not want to happen is that you get through however many rounds of interviews that person has to go through, the drug test and the background check, and then you get your person, your candidate, to the door with the client, and they start wanting to negotiate their salary and might talk themselves out of an offer. Like once that offer is made, you do not want your candidate to get that offer and then decide they want to negotiate a new salary, because that may get them out of that offer. Mm-hmm. And if they don't make that offer, they don't show up that first day, they don't do those 90 days, 30 days, you don't get paid. So that's why you're going to do your due diligence and get as much information out of your candidate as possible, whether you're doing contract or direct placement. You want to know who you're sending in. You don't want any surprises that can trick you out of making that placement and thus getting that money, because it's a lot of work that goes into this recruiting piece. That's why I found it very important to have this piece. There is a lot that goes into both sending candidates out, getting them prepared, even on a contract PRN basis to go into the client, and definitely with placing them directly. So you don't want salary to be the thing that ends up shutting that client out after you've done, shutting that candidate out after you've done so much work to get them to the door.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of candidates, unfortunately, at that point of getting to salary. So I had to get it down myself, making sure that they stay in that middle range. And sometimes the client, if it's a really great candidate, they're willing to go up, but that doesn't happen that often. So it's better to get it in the beginning, because then you've wasted everyone's time at that point, right? And that doesn't look good on you. So
definitely. Like that's just, it's so many other things that might come up later that you don't want salary to be one of those things. Like you want to be clear on what is offered. Oftentimes, and Erica offer your feedback as well. That is why with my job descriptions and when I'm posting for jobs, I post what the salary ranges are, so that you know before you submit that resume what is open for you to get. And even in the first conversations, the first interview, there may be some discussions and some wiggle room. But outside of that, you don't want somebody deciding that you've gotten all the way through the process and now all of a sudden it was 170 grand that they agreed to and now they want 200,000. Oh my God, you don't want that.
No. And another thing that people will do, which is also you want to know if they're working or not, is sometimes they might want to go for this job just so they can have an offer to present to their current job that, hey, I'm going to another company that's willing to pay me this. So will you counter offer? And you can lose a candidate through a counter offer. It happens all the time. They didn't really want that. They wanted to stay where they were. And if their current job is willing to counter offer, they will stay with that other job. So it's also very good to know in that section, are you currently working? Are you like, why are you seeking employment right now? Because most people will tell you. Go ahead.